The predominant characteristic underlying each Toronto Maple Leafs disappointment throughout the past 7 seasons, apart from their star players vanishing in critical moments, is that the opposing team considerably triumphed in the goaltender duel. The Toronto Maple Leafs have not yet experienced exceptional goaltending during the Auston Matthews era. The attainment of a Stanley Cup victory invariably correlates with a standout goalie. Consider Hall of Famers such as Patrick Roy, Martin Brodeur, and contemporary instances like Adin Hill of the Las Vegas Golden Knights and Jordan Binnington of the St. Louis Blues. A solitary figure stationed in the blue crease, capable of compensating for deficiencies in the roster. A single individual capable of thwarting the inevitable turnovers within the defensive zone by overwhelmed defenders and salvaging the game when the team finds itself in desperate need. A lengthy roster of goaltenders seemingly emerges from obscurity to infuse a team with the much-needed momentum to sustain success throughout 4 rounds of hockey. Toronto Maple Leafs. Could Joseph Woll emulate the success of Jordan Binnington? Ever since former general manager John Ferguson Jr. favored Justin Pogge over Tuukka Rask, a choice only surpassed by Nick Saban's selection of Dante Culpepper over Drew Brees, the Toronto Maple Leafs have been in search of a genuine #1 goalie, capable of guiding the team deep into the playoffs. Indeed, former Leaf Frederik Andersen successfully led the Carolina Hurricanes to the Eastern Conference Finals, but he consistently conceded the demoralizing goal that triggered yet another Maple Leafs collapse. Jack Campbell? Let's refrain from delving into the individual who fortunately departed from the Leafs to join the Edmonton Oilers. Hall of Fame goaltender Ed Belfour was truly the last player the Leafs possessed, someone they could rely on to steal a game within a best-of-7 series. Belfour's last appearance for the Leafs occurred in the 2005-06 season. Current starter Ilya Samsonov performed adequately against the Tampa Bay Lightning in the recent spring season, yet he did not establish dominance. The Lightning appeared fatigued, and their goaltending superstar Andrei Vasilevsky exhibited a level of play below his usual superb standards. Any team aspiring to advance deep into the playoffs necessitates a puck-stopping force that instills fear and hesitation in the opponents. Samsonov should have the potential to build upon his strong year with the Leafs. Having undergone arbitration, he still requires validation. He possesses the capacity to embark on a hot streak, but despite having ample time to establish himself, this has not materialized thus far. A well-grounded perspective suggests that his backup, Joseph Woll, might emerge as the Leafs' savior when they face their most critical moments. Perhaps, just perhaps, Woll will experience a surge akin to Binnington's performance in the 2018-19 season, culminating in a Stanley Cup conquest over the Boston Bruins. The parallels between the two individuals are remarkably intriguing. Binnington celebrates his birthday on July 11th. Woll, a day later. Both goaltenders made their National Hockey League debuts in the month of November at the age of 25. They both spent 11 years in the minor leagues before ascending to the NHL. Both of them achieved save percentages of .927 in their final American Hockey League seasons. Differences, naturally, do exist. The most significant one lies in the quality of defensemen positioned in front of them. Binnington had the likes of Alex Pietrangelo, Colton Parayko, and Jay Bouwmeester providing him substantial support. And Woll? Well, that's an entirely separate discussion, but even with Morgan Rielly's exceptional capabilities, the likes of T.J. Brodie, John Klingberg, and Jake McCabe do not seem to evoke the same level of apprehension within opponents as the Blues' defensive lineup did. The other major disparity pertains to demeanor. Binnington occasionally displays a fiery temperament, whereas Woll appears exceptionally composed. When Samsonov suffered an injury during the second round against the Florida Panthers, Woll stepped in and admirably thwarted point-blank shots on multiple occasions. The Toronto Maple Leafs are poised to once again amass impressive offensive statistics and secure a spot in the playoffs with ease. They might even secure victory in the Atlantic Division. However, the forthcoming regular season must provide the necessary platform for their goaltending duo to assert their dominance.